Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 107 of Perpetual Backlog podcast. I am your host, Aqua, and joining me like usual is Dalit
Hey, I'm here. Having a good time.
and a leak.
Welcome, one and all, to this week's podcast of Perpetual Backlog.
Oh man, gotta step up my game now.
Oh, man. Leak, what'd you do this week? I'm throwing you under the bus. You go first. You weren't here last week.
That's true. Okay, so I was in hospital, but don't worry, folks, I'm all right. It was just a checkup. Anyway, so while I was wavering between the metaphorical horizon of wake and sleep, I was playing Gundam Evolution as usual. It's nearing the end of the first season. So if you want to get any other bits and bobs from there, your battle pass, then you better hurry up because second season's coming soon. I think in December.
Oh, did you see the new unit coming?
Yes, I did. I did.
Yeah.
It's what was it? Yeah.
It's the new.
It's a new one. New Gundam.
New Gundam.
Right, new Gundam. Yeah. It looks cool. They said they were going to do 2 units per season, but I guess not. Maybe it's coming mid-season or something. Who
Probably,
knows?
actually, that would make sense.
Either mid-season or a secret surprise. But yeah, so far only one confirmed new one. It's cool. I don't know if it's worth buying the battle pass. I don't want to buy a battle pass. Because it does it unlike Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm always going to praise Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel for the generosity it has with its currency, right? Even though it does taper off after a while, they're still pretty generous in comparison to a lot of games that use in-game currency of its own now. But even Fortnite's more generous than Gundam Evolution.
Actually, we really do need to kind of stop laying into Fortnite very hard. I've actually done a bunch of research. That battle pass is just spectacularly good, a good investment.
Yeah, it is. It is. I'm not laying into Fortnite. I'm actually praising it in this instance.
It was supposed to just a case of even Fortnite. I was like, oh man, we keep saying it, but it's just.
But let me finish my thought.
Yes, ma'am.
Because Fortnite has Fortnite is known for trying to get you to buy all the microtransactions. It's got so many skins and stuff like that. But I was playing Gundam Evolution and I'm feeling thirsty for more. I really, really like this game. And even though it's like bare bones in comparison to all the more established ones, I've been enjoying the gameplay. And I want it to be more generous. It's so hard to get anything without paying for it. And I don't want to, especially since, it's nearing Christmas and stuff, But yeah.
No, I definitely do.
My God, I want to invest in the battle pass. I just wish I had another alternative than actually spending real money on it. People work hard to build up the currency in the game. At least reward them a little bit more. Yeah, I've been doing that. What else? We're playing The Sims just as a wind down thing. I will go back to just Stardew Valley. It's inevitable at some point, but right now The Sims because it was free.
You gotta play Harvestella.
Yeah. Anyway,
sure.
So yeah, and you know what? Another a surprise thing because I'm full of surprises, right? I'm so full of surprises. I've been reading and I've been shown recently by a lot of WoW lore videos because Dragonfly is coming out or is out, right? Dragonfly.
It's out today, I think.
It's out today. Yes. So yeah, lore-wise, WoW is actually very interesting. It is.
It's very interesting lore-wise.
It's very, very interesting. I've been reading a lot about it.
I've lived in novel videos for like a week or two.
Oh, for sure.
Before. It is actually extremely interesting. It just doesn't exist within the game.
Yeah. I actually watching all the cinematics and stuff too I like those a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, I was actually asking about the novels because there's the books out.
Yeah.
The characters. Yeah. Blizzard, why?
Blizzard, why?
Blizzard, why?
It's
Why
There
are
it
they
is.
treating
There's what we were expecting to hear.
Blizzard, why?
There's a reason why Pyromancer had an epic gamer moment before he, like, after he jumped into fucking 14.
And Dragonflight, they got Dragonborn essentially. You could be a Dragonborn essentially.
Yeah, no, genuinely, really cool.
I've actually been hearing good stuff about the new race. Yeah.
Okay.
Generally.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm glad people enjoy themselves.
Yeah. We're gonna be hearing about it from Evan 12 billion times this week and next week. Till he quits.
Yeah.
That is entirely true. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna be having fun with delving into more lore and stuff. I think that's what I'm gonna do on that side of things. Yeah. What else did I do? Nothing else. Yeah, that was it.
All right.
Yeah, that was it. Did I do it? I began to watch Andor.
Oh, I need to start.
How are you finding it?
It's so fucking good.
Excellent.
It's so good. It's actually I'm surprised because everyone was like, "Oh, Cassian, what's he got to do?" He's like, "What? Why would his backstory be interesting?" Like a lot of people have said this right before Andor came out, and I was one of them too. It's like, "Oh, I know Cassian was cool, but the other characters in Rogue One were more interesting. Why Cassian?" And then Andor comes out. And I'm like, I'll wait till what people say about it before I start watching it. And I hear good things about it. So I'm like, okay, what's the fuss then? I could say, and I start watching it. Oh wow. It's as good as Rogue One, if not maybe more interesting because it's all gritty on the ground type of deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like in space. I mean, there are bits in space, but it's like about the small people. About, it's great. I like it. I like this.
Wow.
I like this.
I will have to start watching it at some point then.
Yeah, no, I heard from a lot of people that from people like that I know like IRL that are super into Star Wars, and they said it's pretty much actually the best Star Wars media out there.
Yeah, it is one of my favorite Star Wars so far. I haven't finished it yet. I know people have been tripping over happily with the ending, so I'm excited to watch the ending.
Well, I can spoil this for you. He doesn't die.
God damn.
Damn it.
Not having watched a single episode, I can guarantee you of this.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's hard to write a story that you know the character survives.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So how do you make it,
So where are the stakes? Yeah,
from the first episode, man.
You put the stakes around the other people around.
Like, it's none of this, oh, it'll get better, I promise you, like from Obi-Wan. It's like, it's good from the start, the very start. And I did like Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan was okay. It got better
I
at
like
the
Solo.
end.
Or yeah, Obi-Wan. Yeah, I like
Obi-Wan. Yeah.
I like Solo too. I never got the hate for Solo.
I like Solo too.
Right.
That was a fun, what they call it, a romp, right? A fun adventure.
Yes.
Yeah. But no, I liked Obi-Wan. It was okay. The ending was great. That's what I wanted from Obi-Wan. That one episode. Actually, there was two episodes. There was one episode where it was, flashback with Anakin.
Yeah.
And then the ending. And that's what I wanted from Obi-Wan. And there was a cool bit with Vader too. But that I wish it was more of that as well. I liked the side story. I thought that was interesting. There was a side story with it that people complained about, but I thought I actually liked it. But I think it either needed to be a longer series or they could have separated the two. I don't know. It was kind of like which story are you telling here type of deal.
The thing with Vader was like probably the coolest bit of that show.
Yeah, I think it was pretty cool. But it was all right. It was all right. I wanted more from Obi-Wan, but Andor was great. I'm so far no complaints. Yeah. That's all for me.
All right.
Wow.
Scarlet, your turn.
Well, for Leaks Gundam Evolution, I have my Overwatch, because I am just that kind of hypocrite, I guess. I will continue to say bad things about this game. Alas, the gameplay is just not a part of it, and I find it incredibly enjoyable in a 5-stack. Other than that, there's been Arknights, obviously, and lots of me complaining about Pokemon, because we'll get to it later. It's done very well. And I have not the best relationship with Pokemon, but in following up on my hypocrisy, Psycho had a bonus code and was running out of people for whom he would give that code to, so I now have Pokemon Scarlet.
Oh.
So how are you finding it? Have you played it yet?
So good.
Oh, great! That's good to hear.
It's super jank. Like this does in fact still need so many months of polish.
Did you make sure to install it to your Switch hard drive, your Switch thing, and not your SD card?
Wasn't a physical. Wasn't a physical. Don't have a micro SD. It's directly on the Switch.
Oh, okay, good.
So, and I'm still seeing some.
No, it's still jank. It's still jank. It just runs smoother.
Yeah, it runs when it's doing its thing at peak gameplay and all that. It's fine. It's fine. The concepts behind this game are brilliant. I enjoy the fact that I have battled exactly 0 people and have 70 Pokemon. It's great.
Yeah, same. Same when I first started.
More so than Breath of the Wild, Pokemon has always kind of deserved to be an open world title, because you go around and you get to capture all the Pokemons in the different areas, and that's all I want to do. I don't really want to battle. I will. I don't really want to be the best there ever was. I just want to catch my cute mons.
Mm-hmm.
I was also led to believe Vulpix was in this game, and she's not. And I have words to say with someone, but...
That being Psycho?
It's fine. Her data's in the game. They're going to bring her in eventually. It's fine.
You just find somebody that has a Vulpix from Pokebank.
Well, yeah, but none of that matters until they actually, launch them on in the title. So my fairy team doesn't exist yet, but it will. But yeah, no, I still have plenty of negative things to say about this game. And it all comes down to the fact that, like we said last week, this team needed a handful of more months to polish and refine this game, and they've never been giving it. They've never gotten that, because when they were working on the 2D sprites, they didn't need all the extra time, and once they get to 3D, they were never given the extra time. So I don't expect this series to ever be as good as it could be, and that's a shame, because the vision you get of what might be from this game is pretty staggering. This is that step forward I was complaining about just before Arceus's launch.
Yeah. I told you. Game good, game bad.
Game good, game real good, game bad, it's not great. So kind of it's I'm not surprised it's done as well as it has. We'll talk more about that later. But that's something that just started. I am just at the very, very beginning, with no intention of pushing forward any plot moments until I run out of Pokemon to catch. Besides that, I platinumed God of War, so I'm now finished God of War. Actually, I pretty much platinumed it the day after we recorded last week, so I love that game. God, I love that game so much. Oh man. I want to say things, but I can't, so I won't. It's good though. And that's really all I got up to, which is actually a fair amount. I guess I also picked up Guilty Gear Strive for PC. Oh. I haven't really dumped too much Itsus. dumb. It was like stupid cheap on sale during Black Friday. So
I know that feel.
I picked it up. So I will at some point go back to playing that. Guilty Gear during the beta and at release was incredibly fun to play, and there are a lot of characters who I just didn't have the time to pick up, so I didn't. Now that I'm on PC, I'll probably put a bit more time in. I'll try out some of the newer characters, and we'll find out where I stand on it. I can't imagine the game's gotten any worse. It's probably only gotten better with time.
You just wanted to play. You just wanted to play Sinkisuke.
Nah, that is not the character that won me over. No. Like, you absolutely 10,000% have a much better time trying to win me over with, like, Jacko, or hell, even Bridget is a returning character.
Hey.
Sin, I don't know. I kind of dug him a bit in Xrd, but I mean, I ended up playing a lot of Bikin and Jam in Xrd. And in Strive, I ended up playing a bunch of Giovanna. Though I did take Bridget into training, and there's some shenanigans there that I enjoy. I think she pressures really well from a lot of different ranges.
Well,
and I'm a bad rushdown, so Giovanna may end up having to play second string. We'll see.
You had the PC version now. You know what that means, right?
Mods.
Time to get basketball, yes. Bridget.
Bold of you to assume I don't already have it.
Oh, true.
It was literally so. The first mod I ran at was taking off Bridget's habit and giving her a ponytail because she was vulnerable.
Yes.
I then immediately got the basketball skin because that is someone was on the good stuff when they thought, okay, so this character has a disjointed hitbox for yo-yo. How can we make that even more interesting? And I just know it. I just know in that moment they were struck by inspiration as the muses played softly in the background. Welcome to the Space Jam. So yeah, no, absolutely. I checked out a bunch of mods for like my two mains. I have one for Geo. I have two for Geo because one of them is a Super Saiyan Trunks recolor that is amazing. when she hits her different levels of tension, she actually goes Super Saiyan. I love it. No, you're correct. I specifically picked it up for cheap on the PC for this purpose.
Yeah.
And that is actually me done. So what did you get up to, Aqua?
Oh man. Let me grab my list of shit that I did. I don't have a list of shit. I'm just grabbing through a piece of paper. I too also played Pokemon this week.
Yep.
Because I haven't been playing it. I'm like probably about halfway through the game. My mons are like level 45, 50. I got a level 50 plus Jolteon. Like early, like a bit early on, and I could barely use the Pokemon because it was way before I had like 5 or 6 gym badges.
Yeah, I just got a Toxel. That's like level 26. I could use it. It will not go well for me.
The Jolteon would use its abilities occasionally. But now I've got like, I think I've got like 6 gym badges now. So the Pokemon now does listen to me. So Jolteon is now part of my crew. I have a Gardevoir. I do have a Scarlet because I've traded Terra some items. And
it's for that Mon. Yes.
Yeah. That Mon is part of my party and is named Ethel. Because
it's just correct.
Yeah. I haven't made the Scarlet version of
is
that
one
Pokemon
going to be Kamaravi?
Yes, that one's going to be Kamaravi.
Okay, I had to ask. I had to know.
Yeah, me and Tara are pretty much doing the same thing with that one. I did pick up the Croc in the beginning, so I have a Skeledirge.
Apple. Yeah.
Oh, we went the same route.
Yeah, The Skeledirge is pretty cool. It's just like I think we were talking about the first fire starter to stay quadrupedal.
Not stay, become.
Oh yeah, true. I guess.
Yeah, Coco, my little dum dum, is absolutely bipedal.
Bipedal, yeah. But obviously that changes quickly. Yeah, and then you get this big giant fire crocodile that actually does a lot of damage.
She's an opera singer, I believe. Well, mine's gonna be a he, but
yeah. What's the other Pokemon party? Oh, I do have at the moment it's now a Pupitar, but it will be a Tyranitar.
Godzilla, good.
Yeah, you gotta have the Godzilla.
And
I'm pretty sure that
getting both Godzilla and
Paradox Godzilla.
Oh yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah, because it has a Paradox version.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say King Ghidorah, but that too.
Mm-hmm. I think that. I mean, I'm probably missing one. I just can't remember what it is. It's actually been like a few days since I've actually played Pokemon, because I was like, okay, well, Pokemon I could just pick up and play at any point in time. I've got pretty much all the Pokemon that I really want, except for Absol, but Absol's not in the game, so
I know your pain.
Yeah. I was like, okay, well, I need to go back to playing Harvestella. So I've been playing Harvestella. I am now 40 hours into this game, still not out of chapter 3.
Very impressive.
Oh wow.
and there's 10 chapters in this game apparently.
Well.
I've been, I'm in the fall season. Just doing my farming stuff. I did a little bit of the story, so I'm in the last part of chapter 3. So I've made it to the 3rd extra city. I've gotten a couple more jobs, and now going through that. Harvestella is still incredibly fun. I'm still sad it doesn't have voice acting. And will forever be sad that it doesn't have voice acting.
Gotta find the budget somewhere, I guess.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure this game has probably recouped the amount of money that it made. I mean, that it's not super fucking like, I wouldn't assume it had a lot of money put into it, but I know a lot of people like playing it. So, yeah, that game's been extremely fun. I did finally get the machinist type class. It's called Avenger. And the gun you get is like a giant long-barreled shotgun, pretty much.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. I looked up the list of it was like the top, ranked jobs or whatever in the game or whatever. Well, Avenger was like last or whatever, but I'm not sure. I'm sure that's because probably out of all the jobs, probably not the best in the game, but that's nice. I've gotten another class called Pilgrim, that gives you ethereal swords that float behind your back. That's kind of cool. You get
you're 2B, nice.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they're like, it's hard to explain what they are. It kind of feels more like Sage, but not like healing Sage, but just the fact that you have, Gundam bits flying or flying behind your back.
All right, you have funnels, nice.
Yeah, but they're used as swords and not as guns. Game still, I've gotten out of most of the. It hasn't been as sad recently. The side quests haven't been terribly sad. They've been more kind of slightly wholesome. That's good. I finally got to the part where Estina and Cress will continue their storyline, so I will most likely waifu Estina, because you can get married in this game. So
All right, they're hitting all of the high points of a sim. All right.
Yeah, so I will definitely marry Estina because she's cool. That's about all I can talk about with Harvestella. I did pick up Ruby Arafel.
That's right.
The night after, like the night we we ended last week's podcast. That game's actually pretty good, honestly. I'm not too far into it. I'm like, I think I'm in chapter 2. I don't know how many chapters there are, but but there's only like 16 achievements for the game, so it's I wouldn't assume it's very very big. The game's fun. I'm not a big Metroidvania type person. Nor do I think people that are into Metroidvanias will probably think this game is amazing or anything. Very bare bones. But it's as you would expect of an IP game. It's fun. It's a canonical story. There are cutscenes, by the way. I did get to a cutscene in the game.
Oh, okay.
And it is animated by Rooster Teeth.
All right, well then I will eat my words.
It was announced today. Yongya actually plays a character in this game. That was pretty.
Oh, nice.
That was, yeah, and I've already met the character, so I was like, oh, that's Young. That's weird, but okay.
Hey, Young is not canon in Ruby.
Yeah. I think game's pretty fun. I still have the thought process of Ruby needs to be like a Musou or a character action game.
That's because you're correct.
There needs to be one.
The whole purpose of that show is high action.
You don't get too much high action with this Metroidvania. There's not too many like different. I was reading a review on it, and while I thought that their review was kind of harsh, I did agree with some points. It doesn't feel like you need to play as multiple characters, as like all 4. There are some instances where you have to swap to like Weiss or Yang or whatever to use their like special thing to get through obstacles or whatever. But then you can just immediately swap back to like whoever you wanted to play. So that's pretty all right. Yeah, I mean it's a canonical story. People that aren't Ruby fans probably wouldn't touch this game. And I don't advise touching this game if you're not a Ruby fan, because it does take place way late in the series. So I don't know if they put anything into the game that isn't like already super spoilers or something like that.
Sure.
Or because it takes place in the middle of Volume 7, so you would have to play that. And that was the one thing about the review that I was questioning on, because they docked it for not being a game new people could pick up, and I'm like, it's not meant to be a game people could pick up, like new people could pick up. So, I mean, I don't know. Did I play anything else? I don't think I did. I mean, I played Arknights, but for some reason I've played Arknights for a month straight. So, I guess I'm in it. Guess I'm in it, boys.
No escape.
No escape now. I wake up, I turn on my phone, and I log into Arknights to get my stuff and do the thing. I've done the new rerun event or whatever. Bought everything in the store, not with money, but the currency they give
with
you
with the event currency.
Yeah, with the event currency, and I will go back to doing the story so I can collect my yellow rock, so I can just sit here and wait for Gaviel Altar.
Not very long now.
Yeah. That's all I did. Pretty good gaming week. I have to treat my house like it's a quarantine zone, because both my parents have COVID, so I have to wear a mask when I go upstairs so I don't catch it.
Yep, wear a mask. Wash your hands after.
Yep. Don't get sick. Don't recommend it.
Yep. And yeah, I mean, and also anime, because anime. That's what I do every week. I make Scarlet watch anime.
It's true, he does.
Yeah.
He has somehow added yet another show to the list.
I have, and I'm surprised you allowed it.
It's only because of the days you've chosen to do it on. You weren't going to get another day out of me, so.
But yeah, we don't have a question from Little. He has again forsaken us because he's the dirty little bitch. I love you, Little. Maybe. But we got some news. Not hard-hitting news, but there are some news.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We got some news on Lost Soul Aside, that game that was being developed at the same time Final Fantasy 15 was being developed, and the guy was making it because Final Fantasy 15 was never coming out. Which is kind of ironic to say because now everybody says the Lost Soul Aside's never coming out.
I feel so stupid. You know why? Because I was looking at the 4K project trailer, the 2022 one, and because I completely forgot it was related to 15. I was like, hey, you know what this reminds me of?
It's taken enough time that the meme has been reversed.
Oh no.
That said, looks great.
Yeah,
they came out with a new trailer. New gameplay trailer looks amazing, but again, like I said, most of these games that are coming out of China, they need to actually exist for me to see that they actually exist. So
I mean, I've heard enough negative things about this game. I see a lot of people who actually aren't super into the aesthetic. They feel it's a bit too shiny and such, and I definitely can see if you're not into that, oh boy, is this not the title for you?
But they're also wrong.
But yeah, I mean, it's fine for me. Yeah, I have zero issues with it.
It looks like a nice character action game.
Oh yeah.
Got this dragony thing following the main character around.
Yeah.
Symbiotic, I believe, at this point.
Yeah, it's a symbiotic relationship with them.
Okay.
I don't know too much. I mean, nobody knows too much about this game because again, it's a game that we don't know.
It's like a cross for me. Yeah, I was watching because the trailer I was referring to came out November 23rd.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's this coupled with the music and there's all the lasers getting zapped around. It also reminds me of Nier Automata a lot.
I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The trailer revealed that Sony is announced as a publisher for the game. So it actually has the Sony money behind it. And the release year is supposed to be 2024. So
oh, I misread that. I thought it was supposed to be next year. Goodness gracious.
2024.
Unfortunately. Needless to say, this game has been rebooted from the ground. You cannot get me to believe that this is the same game that was going to be produced all those years ago.
I mean, it probably actually is. It's just I wouldn't say they probably rebooted it. They might have swapped engines. And I would also say that they probably pushed for more higher fidelity after getting multiple people onto the team.
As Square likes to do.
Yeah. Well, not Square. Sony.
Sorry.
It's not a Square game.
Sorry. As Sony, sorry. I just went, I still have 15 in my head. As Sony likes to do, it's not like it's different for them. They could, God of War and Horizon are perfect examples of this.
Yeah.
Last of Us gets remastered so it looks even more photoreal.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it got rebooted. I probably would say maybe swapped an engine and got pushed for higher higher fidelity, just due to it not being a one-person game anymore, and now actually being a team working on it.
For sure.
So yeah, I mean, we'll see in 2024 if this game actually comes out. I'm hyped for it if it does come out because I've been here since day one.
Seriously, since like the first time they showed it off, we've been here salivating. Like, yeah, this could replace 15. Smash cut to now. Yeah, this does remind me of 15.
Well, the art style and everything now just reminds me of 15, but the gameplay actually looks
it's come a
hell of
long
lot
way.
different. Yeah. Speaking of like fidelity type games, somebody from the Callisto Protocol showed off the comparisons between the actual Unreal render of the main character's face and the person that plays the main character.
Yeah, that was insane.
And there's almost no difference.
No, so always the go-to is the eyes. You can always kind of, but
yes, to see if there's life in there.
Yeah. See, now it's down to the animation, how they move, because you can always tell a little bit. There's some sort of like too smooth a movement, or there's clipping and stuff like that, right? So.
Yeah. Well, I guarantee you the actual visual quality will be turned down because
100%.
this is just what they rendered.
I know, but it's so spooky.
Yeah.
Like they are just a little bit off on the skin, but once they get like subsurface scattering even more locked down than it is, it's going to be impossible to tell the difference.
Well, that game comes out pretty soon.
Yep, and I mean, you get to see these beautiful faces get absolutely mangled, likely.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this is making me wonder if that's what one of the things Japan said no on.
Too realistic?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure that you've nailed it.
Too realistic.
I do
realistic
wonder.
of people dying. Like
depiction of death is just too real. It's not. It's too hard to differentiate from, or it's too hard to separate your mind and go, this is just a game. People could like actually look at this and get, for lack of a better word, triggered. And unlike usual, yeah, all right, I can kind of see where you're coming from for a change.
Yeah, I mean, unlike a movie, which you're a passive viewer of it, a game is when you're active. Yeah, so maybe they have that stipulation as well. I wonder. But yeah, my God, it's very impressive, the technology. That render is so realistic.
I'm sorry, Leek, you don't get to play it.
I do not. I'll have to watch people play it.
Yeah. I forget what day Callisto Protocol comes out. Callisto. Release date. Oh, is it? Oh God. It's December 2nd.
Yeah, it's right there.
I have just a slight issue because I'm going to play Callisto Protocol.
Oh, I am not. So you enjoy on my behalf.
I'm going to play it, but the other unfortunate thing is that Samurai Maiden comes out December 1st. And I need to
were you not just
Samurai
showing me
Maiden.
that for like a giggle? Are you actually going to pick
No,
that
dude. I said this game is going to be hot trash, but I'm playing it.
I just was like, yeah. That's you're absolutely right. Sure, yeah. This is bait. Okay. I just didn't expect for you then to.
It's not bait because bait they wouldn't actually kiss.
Yeah. All right. Fair play.
It is straight up a Yuri Muso.
Is it a Muso? I still like. I don't know what to make of that. Like you showed me, and at no point did it feel real.
Yeah. No, that comes out Thursday. So I will
enjoy your Yuri Muso.
Weep.
Weep.
Correct.
Yeah. Which means I probably won't play Callisto Protocol until maybe like midway through December.
No, play them side by side. I'm sure you won't get whiplash.
No. Well, I mean, okay. you got to remember, Crisis Core Reunion also comes out in like a week or two.
Yeah.
So,
there'll be some point in time where all those threes will clash for you, and you're gonna have some weird ass fucking dreams, mate.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
I mean, thankfully, most of my surroundings really doesn't affect me streaming. Okay, wait. I don't want Crisis Core release date. I want Crisis Core Reunion release date. Fuck, man. All right, whatever. I'll look at it later. That's like December 8th or something like that, or something around that day. So, as we were talking about earlier, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet has done very well for itself.
I didn't know how well it had done.
Despite it being the jankiest hot garbage technical game ever, probably to rival Cyberpunk 2077, which is a weird statement to say. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet has sold 10 plus million units in 3 days. Right? More than 4 of that's just been in Japan.
Wow.
What does that mean for the series?
That means nothing for the series.
You sure? You sure that doesn't make it the biggest Pokemon launch ever?
It is the biggest Pokemon launch ever. I thought you meant going forward.
Well, I hope going forward it just means that they polish this and they don't go back.
No, I just feel like the Pokemon company is going to just double down on what they do.
Oh my goodness, you're right though, and that bothers me.
Yeah. It is the biggest Pokemon launch ever. It is the biggest Pokemon launch ever. It is the biggest Switch launch ever, which is actually surprising.
Yeah.
It is the biggest Nintendo launch ever.
That is the one
which
that's
is even more surprising.
I'm not surprised about the Switch because, like, I don't know how many other games could actually go heads up number wise with a Pokemon game. Nintendo in general, however, oof, that's saying something.
And it's the biggest console exclusive launch ever, which is also surprising considering I mean, actually, you know what? I'll take that back. It's not surprising. Everybody has a Switch. Everybody and their mother has a Switch.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we're genuinely waiting to hear. Are you going to make a Switch 2? Are you going to make something new again? It's about that time, isn't it?
It's way past. It's past that time. If
they
don't announce
that time when they released the Switch.
If they don't announce a new Switch, if they don't announce and release a new Switch next year or whatever, I don't know what the fuck Nintendo's doing. Yeah, this completely outsold God of War Ragnarok. God of War Ragnarok sold like 5.1 in 5 days.
Oh yeah, no, it's not going to come close.
Are
you implying that we have another realistic runner for Game of the Year? Because yeah, you're probably right, to be honest. The fact that this wasn't on the list is probably going to look real sus now.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I'm pretty surprised it's not on the list. I'm pretty sure.
Wait, was it on any list? It might have just missed the deadline. Actually,
it came out the day after God of War, or a day before God of War, actually.
Oh, all right, Keeley. I didn't mean to sick people on you, but you're looking kind of sus.
So, I mean, hell, fucking ours is on the goddamn list.
I mean, don't get me wrong. My vote's still for Game of Thrones.
Game of
Thrones. Not Game of Thrones. No. That trash fire. It's still God of War, but like, and I still suspect I will be wrong and will be Elden Ring. But yeah, like honestly, a new challenger has really truly entered now.
Well, since it's not on the list this time, it means it'll be put on next year's list, which is weird.
Can't imagine it wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm not. Well, maybe it won't because it obviously it came out before the deadline because it came out the day before God of War. I think Pokemon just might have got cucked out of it. Who knows? Yeah, no, this is This has some unfortunate side effects. That's probably going to happen.
Yeah.
The Pokemon Company and Game Freak not going to look at reviews. They don't care. They sold 10. They sold 10 plus million units
in 3 days. Yeah.
Yeah. They don't care. They're gonna look at that. They're gonna be like cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. They got all that fucking. Okay. That has to be a little bit stemmed because they were issuing refunds for this game, for these games.
How do you mean?
As in, they were giving refunds for these games for people that wanted refunds for Scarlet.
Allow me to rephrase. When did this come? Because I completely missed all of this.
It was announced. I think a couple days after last week's podcast.
Huh.
They were giving Nintendo was giving refunds for Scarlet and Violet if they wanted them. So there probably wasn't as many people that did a refund like at like fucking Cyberpunk 2077. Probably nowhere near the amount because most people that played Scarlet and Violet enjoyed playing Scarlet and Violet despite there being some really jankness. But I'll tell you, there have been some very cool clips to come out of this game. Some of these clips have been absolutely hilarious.
Oh, they've been wild, yeah.
I think some of the glitches or bugs or whatever that happens in this game kind of gives this Pokemon a little bit more charm. I'd much rather it be like at a stable 30 or whatever, and that would be like amazing and no slowdown. But I think some of the not technical bugs or whatever, but like just the weird shit that happens in this game can be really cool. Unlike the bug that happens in like Skyrim and shit like that. That doesn't mean that game charm. That's just Bethesda being lazy.
Oh, I know a lot of people that would disagree with you specifically on
that's because
the Elder Scrolls.
Those are features. Yeah, forgot about that. No, I mean, yeah. I hope they're working on like slight optimization fixes for this game. I don't think they are. It's just me. I don't think they will. They might do something that goes along with like maybe an expansion if they do the expansion like they did with Sword and Shield. Or they might, go back to the buy the series twice games. And come out with their like ultimate editions. And maybe those games those games work better. Who knows? I don't have to give them ideas. They get paid like $12 billion just to have these ideas, man. No, I mean, this is. I mean, I'm happy for the Pokemon Company, but I don't think it fully deserves it. I think they definitely need to have 2 to 2.5 year dev cycles for these games. Because if they're able to spit them out,
really,
they're able to spit them out like yearly. Then they could hold off. They could hold off about 6 months.
They're most likely working on the next one now. Those poor devs don't get a break.
They're most likely working on the expansion,
the DLC, correct.
Yeah, they're most likely working on that because, like, I mean, even though Sword and Shield didn't have their ultimate versions, they had the expansions for them. So they're either working on the expansions or ultimate.
I'm telling you, I reckon the next one's in concept now.
No,
yeah, for sure.
No, it's definitely a concept, yeah. Pokemon Arceus 2. Let's go. I've debated on actually picking up Arceus at some point because I hear it's still fun and runs a hell of a lot smoother than this game. So yeah. Congratulations, Pokemon. Make that cash. Nier Automata. Square announced that it passed 7 million units worldwide. And Nier Replicant is sold 1.5.
I'm so happy. This is such a weird freaking series. Like, this is not a series I expect to do well. And yet it has just refused to die, and I love it. My goodness. I can't wait for the next thing that Taro sells his soul out for capitalism for, because this is getting great. But seriously, actually, I mean, I hope there's another Nier game at some point. The last two have been brilliant. I haven't played the remake.
Replicant.
Yeah, I haven't played Replicant's redelivery yet. But I played the original and I liked it then. I can't imagine I'm not gonna like it now.
Mm-hmm. I've played, I think I played 1.5 routes of Automata. It's fun. And I haven't touched Replicant at all. There's games. I'm not a Yoko Taro fan. I don't I don't like super philosophy and getting pushed into my brain. That's what Yoko Taro is.
I do. I love it.
Super philosopher. But I mean, I enjoy the characters that come out of out of Nier, because Yoko Taro is a very horny person.
No, that's not fair. Lots of developers are. Taro's just at least open about it.
Oh yeah, true, very true. Yeah, no, I mean, congratulations, Nier Automata, or just the Nier series in general. Obviously, these games are high quality to get. I mean, Replicant itself being 1.5 when that game's actually like within the past like 2 years, it's actually pretty good. I know what I think it was like Toys for Bob. Was Toys for Bob?
For what now? I'm sorry.
I'm trying to figure out, because it wasn't Platinum Games that did Nier Replicant. Trying to remember what the developer was. Fuck.
I don't. Well, I don't think it's Toys for Bob. But I think that's not.
No, yeah, and it's not Toys for Bob.
Cavia.
No, that's the original. Toy
Is that
Logic.
the original?
Yeah, Toy Logic.
Okay.
Yeah, Toy Logic. Toy Logic did Replicant. Replicant version numbers. Yeah, they did a good job with this remake. I've seen a bunch of people play it. Runs well. And yeah. Congratulations to them and Square for making more money. But you know who's not? You know who is going to be making money?
Is it me?
No. Damn. It's possibly the FTC when they have to file an antitrust lawsuit against Microsoft, because that's apparently what they're possibly doing. It was announced that the FTC is going to be likely to file an antitrust lawsuit against Microsoft for the attempt to buy Activision Blizzard.
I mean, trying.
Like, it's no big surprise here. Like, from the outset, I've said that it was weird that Microsoft would go on a spending spree like this.
Mm-hmm.
If they had just waited, I think this probably would have been less harmful.
Yeah.
They've just done too much too quickly, and now I genuinely don't see how they're going to argue that them having so much today isn't a bad look. It might not actually hurt the gaming industry, to be fair. Might actually have no effect, or no meaningful effect. But it's certainly not a good look, and when optics are like 60 to 80% of any argument, what did you think was going to happen?
Also, when you have Jim Ryan pushing back on this deal literally 24/7.
He's putting up a hell of a fight.
Because he keeps going, they're trying to take COD away from PlayStation.
I genuinely don't even think Ryan's arguments are very good. He's not very, like, I don't think he's doing a great job. I just think he's saying it enough times that someone finally has to take him seriously and go like, yeah, I mean, like, it's stupid, but he is right. They are doing that, we guess.
Yeah, because Microsoft
Meanwhile,
came
Phil
out.
Spencer is doing a great job, like actually seeming reasonable about what
Yeah,
is, all things considered, kind of maybe a push for, well, a push towards, a step towards a monopoly.
yeah. I know he's been because Microsoft has offered like a 3-year contract to keep to not take away COD from PlayStation or whatever, or like not like a contract, but a deal saying, hey, for at least you'll at least have COD until 2026 or something like, or like 2029 or something like that.
Yeah,
And
that
then
story has changed, huh?
yeah, and then Jim Ryan said no. And then they were like, oh, we'll give you a 10-year contract, and he's still saying no. um, which is ridiculous. But I mean, so here's the thing. I agree with my boys over at Gigaboots. I bet you 100%. All right. That the moment it's announced that they can't buy Activision Blizzard, there's a state of play that announces all their games that are coming out within the next couple of years, and they're all exclusives.
Yeah, no, of course. Like, I've probably come off super one sided on this. No, fuck that. Sony did this uh, before too, where they had one where they had I think they canceled a state of play, and suddenly Resident Evil and
Yeah,
Silent Hill had their own
and 16
pieces.
and
And
16.
16, all these games that we know for a fact are going to be on, maybe not exclusive, but
No, they're all three
on,
exclusive.
they are exclusive?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man.
I
Yeah.
think Resi 4 might be on PC, but I think they're a console exclusive at launch.
Okay, fair enough. I do tend to forget that uh PC isn't non-exclusivity, it's just exclusive plus PC.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that does look super sus. Like this is a really really interesting back and forth between two powerhouses.
Mm-hmm.
I think in the end Microsoft wins because Microsoft just has they have the bigger wallet at the end of the day. Like Sony's is a big company that is not in trouble. It's not in danger of going anywhere, but blow for blow, they can't beat Microsoft. Microsoft is huge.
No, I mean
Microsoft is more than just gaming.
they can't beat Microsoft like in like a head-to-head battle, and I know, and they never will. Like
No, no, it's not
almost no
possible.
company will. But Sony's going to do whatever they can to keep themselves in the
Oh,
in like the
1,000%.
second seat.
Yes, 1,000%.
And if that means doing everything they can by not announcing all of their super exclusives that are coming out, during this whole acquisition, and pushing for this acquisition not to happen or whatever. I mean, look, like if they buy Activision Blizzard, it's gonna take a lot of stuff away from PlayStation. They're gonna, because I mean, obviously, you can't say that Microsoft isn't going to do that because they literally did that with ZeniMax and id Software and all that stuff. They
I would
literally
absolutely do that.
took all of their shit. They took
I
all
don't
of their
think you
shit.
can, even if they say they won't, I don't think you can take them seriously because then the question becomes, well, what's the point of you owning it? What's the real reason you've chosen to own it if not to have this like corner the market on these individual products?
And I mean, I slightly agree with Jim Ryan. It's not. I mean, it's not good for the gaming industry. All right, you've got a powerhouse like Activision Blizzard that encompasses a lot of games, and that you force people to play either on PC or on an Xbox console, and they can't get it on PlayStation. It's I mean, yeah, it's not good. And yeah, I mean, but I mean, Sony also has their exclusives. I mean, like, fuck. When was the last time we got when was the last time we heard about Spider-Man Spider-Man 2 that's supposed to come out next year? All right.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They have a bunch of games lined up for next year, and the reason why they don't push all of the stuff into a single to like a single thing or whatever, it's because the moment they do, Microsoft will be like, well, look, they're not gonna have an issue or whatever. But the moment, I swear, the moment it's announced that Microsoft can't acquire Activision and Blizzard, it goes to 100%
business
for
as
Sony.
usual.
Yeah.
It goes. They're like, oh, okay, look at all these games that we got coming out within the next 2 years. And then Microsoft will be like, well, fuck. I don't want Microsoft to buy Activision and Blizzard. But I'm also not vying to buy any of Activision Blizzard's games, so I guess it doesn't really matter to me.
Yeah, on the other hand, there was a hope that with the acquisition, Blizzard would get, Activision Blizzard would get cleaned up of its CEO problem. So, for all the problem people would be able, because right now that hasn't really been resolved either, has it?
There hasn't been any big news coming out of Activision Blizzard. It's all been quiet. But also Activision Blizzard is still hit with like a bunch of lawsuits.
They have
They're still
so
trying
many
to
of
go
their
through.
own issues. Yeah.
So I think it definitely came from probably above Bobby Kotick to shut the fuck up. Don't say
and genuinely, that is the best advice anyone could have given anyone working at Activision Blizzard. Keep your mouth quiet.
And don't come out of the office. Don't come out of the office.
Anything you say, good, bad, or otherwise, can only serve to get people riled up and hurt anything we have going.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree with that. I absolutely think someone somewhere told everyone at Activision to keep their traps shut.
Mm-hmm. And all of you executives, stay in your office. Don't come out. Don't talk to any of your employees or whatever. Don't talk to your employees unless they talk to you. Just stay away from everybody.
Yeah, sure. Just don't speak unless spoken to. It's a smart tactic, genuinely, because we've seen people like literally put their foot in their mouths all the time.
Yeah.
And Lord knows, like I said, Activision could do something good right now, and people will still look back and point to the plethora of jank that is. It's not even in the closet. It's out. It's just not finished yet. It's still in like the lawsuit side of things. Yeah. So yeah, they just can't afford to be cheeky.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So we will see. I'm hoping for the FTC to be like, yeah, no, you can't buy it, and then literally like a week or two later, Sony's like, here's a state of play, and it's like the greatest state of play ever created.
Man, I'm wondering though, do we think that the FTC won't allow? Because I suspect at the end of the day,
well, if they're filing an antitrust lawsuit, they're not going to allow them.
Man, I expected Microsoft to worm their way into this deal. I expected it was going to be hard, but they'd get it. I didn't think that they were straight up going to be told no.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's because there hasn't been acquisitions this big for a while, or whatever. And so
that is certainly true.
When you buy it, when you have Microsoft buy up stuff like ZeniMax and its software, yeah, you're getting a bunch of IPs, but you're not getting gangbuster IPs like
there is a difference between Activision and like EA and again down to Bethesda, and I definitely see the truth there.
Yeah, but then you get into Activision and you're like, okay, maybe you're going a little too far here.
This one studio has like the top 3 selling games every single year.
Yeah,
it is kind of a big deal.
Yep. Next we have a little Witcher corner. They first announced what's all going to be coming with the next gen upgrade to Witcher 3, which comes out in like a week. Upgraded visuals. There's gonna be new quests, so there's new content for Witcher 3.
Let's go.
There's gonna be cross progression between PS5 and Xbox. Now I don't know if that means between PS5 and Xbox or between PS4 and PS5 and then Xbox Series games and The way that that's worded is weird. But I highly doubt it's like between an Xbox and PS and PlayStation 5. So cross progression between that. Half haptic feedback is going to be on the PS5.
Okay.
There's going to be controller layout changes that you'll be able to do on the consoles, which is good. There is a map filter to clean up question marks. Thank fucking God. But I mean, you can mod that into PC version, I think. There's a dynamic minimap, which I'm not sure if that's actually modded into the thing, into PC version. There is a left stick auto sprint capability, which is great.
Okay.
More subtitle settings, and for PC, ray tracing and more customizations, and a new photo mode.
It's just really good, and it's a lot of good scooped up and placed gently on top of an also very good game.
Yeah.
Like even just playing it this moment for $9.99 is a goddamn steal.
Just about to say it. I was like,
it's a goddamn steal.
Also, if you want to play the entire game plus the expansions, it's $9.99 on Steam right now. So, I picked it up. I picked it up even though I already own it on GOG, but I don't have GOG on my computer anymore. So I just picked it up for Steam because Steam, Steam's just a one-stop shop of the greatest place ever, honestly. Also, CD Projekt Red announced The Witcher remake, The Witcher 1 remake, is going to be open world. It's not going to be like how it originally was.
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, whoever played The Witcher 1, didn't even know The Witcher 1. I didn't even know Witcher 1 existed until I saw Witcher 3 came out, and I was like, wait, there's
goodness
two
gracious.
Witchers.
I tried to. I picked up like the full bundle 1, 2, and 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I did not survive very long in 1. Not because anything killed me, but just because my modern sensibilities are fucking spoiled and I couldn't do it. That game was jank.
I bet. I mean, it's old. It's a very old game.
It is. 2 is also jank, but I guess, like that it's not quite as bad. It's not as old. That needs to be redone. 2 IMO.
Yeah, probably.
But this is gonna be great. I genuinely think I'll be picking this up to go back to the first one.
Yeah, I've never played the first one at all, so that's gonna be good.
Yeah, me either. Like I said, I didn't even know the Witcher game series existed until The Witcher 3 was announced and came out, and I was like, oh, okay, this looks cool. I mean, I didn't even know The Witcher was like an IP in general.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I knew about it until I played Witcher 3. I'd only ever really I'd seen the games from time to time. I've heard people talk very highly about the books. Mm-hmm. Hadn't read, didn't play. Witcher 3 came out, finally give it a go.
Yeah. Wow, it was only 2007 game? Damn. I guess 2007 could have. Well, I mean, that was like what? That was like 6th gen going into 7th gen. So there's definitely jank. There's definitely jank could be there. But that's all the news that I compiled together for this week.
Like we said, it was a lightweight.
Yeah,
light week.
We like this.
Bunch of good stuff, like people making money. I too would like to make money.
I 3 would like to make money.
May money rain upon us all.
I gotta go up to the shrine and just do the.
Make sure whatever you toss in doesn't fall out, though.
Yeah, true. What are you guys doing this week?
Ladies first.
Probably more of the same. Honestly,
yeah.
That is all.
Gonna finish up that. Have you already? I forget. If I misunderstood or not. Did you actually finish up your season pass? Or are you still trying to?
I mean, there's a couple. I've finished it officially because you get like this little stamp that says season 1, right? I got that, but then they added as an extra these like 3 more tickets that you can get.
Okay. Well, I hope you get them.
Yeah,
Tickets are precious.
they are.
All right, Dollar ladies first.
Yeah, All right, fair enough. I will be doing Pokemon stuff until the 13th.
Oh, is that when Crisis Core Reunion comes out? 13th?
Yep. I don't have any plans until Crisis Core. I didn't have any plans for Pokemon, but that happened. So we are now doing Pokemon stuff until we do Zack Fair stuff.
Arknights and Pokemon.
And yeah, of course, a bunch of Arknights, but that's just an all the times thing. I believe we're getting the CC, or is it Fake Waves first? Something's happening. It's coming soon. It's at the end of the week or some such. I look forward to it.
Those are words and acronyms. That
sure are.
Don't know, but I don't know.
You will.
I too will be playing a probably portion of Pokemon / Arknight / Harvestella / Samurai Maiden comes out. Samurai Maiden comes out on Thursday, which I have off on Thursday, so I will probably be playing that game. And it's going to be on PC, so which means I don't have to worry about anything. Just play PC version of Yuri Muso. Nice. I don't know what else. I mean, like I said, I probably won't play Callisto Protocol until after Crisis Core Reunion, because there's nothing else after Crisis Core Reunion coming out until next year. So I have this entire month to play video games. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, but Harvestella, because that game's really good, and like I said, 40 hours, and I'm only in chapter 3.
That game is nuts. My goodness.
It is so good. But if you made it this far, please consider giving us a like or subscribe, or like and subscribe, or either one, whichever works. They're just button presses, man. Come on.
Click all the buttons except the dislike. No, the dislike.
I mean, let's be real here. They can't see who disliked us. Only I can see who disliked us. So,
I mean, yeah, me and Link are gonna love you regardless. Aqua, however.
Want to hit the dislike button? I guess you can do that. I mean, I'm sure there are people that don't like this content. But yeah, we will see you guys next week for more gaming news, shenanigans.
Bye now.
Bye.
Before you go, remember to like, comment, and sub to us. Not only does it help out the channel and let us know what you're into, but it also makes you 100% cooler than everybody else. I checked with Aqua. It's definitely